Hi, it's Laura with Rethunk Junk, and we are going to show you some fun Halloween projects you can do with our paints and Rethunk Junk and a couple other things like that. So this is our fabulous table with all kinds of wonderful Halloween projects we've done. And camera woman is my daughter Katie, and she said to apologize to you all because she has the sniffles. So see, there, she just sniffed. So if you hear something in the background, that's Katie sniffing. So first thing we're going to show you is some projects with some gunk. These are some of the letters. I think I just grabbed these at Target, but you can get them anywhere. Just the plain raw wood letters. We painted them with our new color, Poppy, which is a fabulous color. And then we cut out scrapbook paper and used our gunk, which is a decoupage kind of product, to put the paper on the letters, and then sanded them a little bit and then glued some little spider, cut off the backs of spider rings and glued those on. And that's the same thing that we did here with the bat on the cabinet door. This is our new color Hayfield paired with Midnight, and the little bat is a pattern that is on Facebook. We posted the pattern. And then I even like the hinge that's like halfway fallen off. This one's totally off. This one's halfway fallen off, but I think it kind of adds something. And then that's the same thing we did on the canvas here, is we used our gunk to adhere the paper to the canvas. And that's what we're going to do right here. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So first thing we're going to do is take the little legs off, and very easy to do and to layer. And I'll show you in just a second how I got the eek on there, because I have absolutely horrible handwriting and I've got to cheat for that. So we're just going to put the gunk on. And normally we don't use a paintbrush like this for our paints, but when I'm doing little projects like this, then it's okay. You'll get hairs that'll come off, but you can just pick them off. It's not a big deal. So we'll put it on. I'm doing it upside down, so Katie, tell me if I line it up right. So we put it on there, and then I'm going to do the legs first. You should probably see about where the body goes. Okay, yeah. So 2, 3. Our spider is not truly a spider because it only has 6 legs, not 8. 2, whoops. 3. Okay, doesn't have to be exact. And then we're going to stick the body on. And then after we get that on, we're going to glue it down by putting another coat of this over it. The gunk goes on one more time. And then we can add the hat, a witch hat, and the piece that goes across the hat. See, I'm just laying it on and sticking it with the gunk. He gets eyeballs and a mouth, itty bitty teeny weeny mouth. And the tricky part is to put the gunk on without moving the pieces.
Miss Crow says it's so cute and your nails look fabulous.
Oh, that's awesome, thanks. Yeah, I actually did do a manicure for once in my life. Doesn't last very long for me. Thank you. Okay, so then the cheat for, then it's just got to dry. So you're done. Ta-da, not very long. After it's dry, when this one was done, I felt like it needed something. So I came back in with an ink pen and just did little lines around the spider body because it just looked kind of plain. That's what we did on this one too. So all I did was I came in with an ink pen and made little lines to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. And that's when you're totally done and the gunk is dry. That's all there is to that. And I just kind of made long and short lines. That's it. So we did it around the moon and around the owl. The cheat for down here, well, most of you probably have like one of those fabulous vinyl cutters. I have one. It's in the garage somewhere. I have no idea where. So my cheat is to print out whatever I want. I'll show you what I did on that one in a minute. But like, here's this little word, eek. And I wanted it to be in a cute kind of spooky font. So I just printed it on the computer. And then I scribble on the back of it with a piece of chalk. And then I put it on whatever my surface is. And I'm going to do this one quick so that you don't have to watch me. Normally I would be a little bit more careful. But all I'm going to do is trace over it. You can see I've done this word several times now. Trace over it onto whatever your surface is. When you lift it up, the chalk makes enough lines then now I can paint over that. And then I just brush the chalk away. So it's easy for me to get something that looks a little bit more professional than my gross handwriting when I'm doing a project. So there's that one. This one, all I did was I took actually just the computer paper. I didn't even use anything fancy. And it looks better to me on this project if I rip instead of cut. So all I did was rip it, which is, and I didn't even really pay attention. So I ripped around it and then layered it on top of the black piece of paper there, and then just used the gunk to stick it down. So that's all we did on that one. Then, Katie, if you will hand me, this is a really cool tray. Normally I'm not into skulls, but I thought those were absolutely hilarious because they were kind of gold and fun looking instead of spooky and frightening. I'm more into a whimsical Halloween than a monster blood Halloween. So we just found, can you, while you're cameraing, can you hand me we found these at, no, that's okay, you did good. We found these at Home Depot. They're only like $4.98 or $5.98, I can't remember which. Just plain round pieces of wood. So we painted it. In this case, we painted it black, and that's probably what I'd do for this one too. So we painted it black, and then wrapping paper, any kind of project paper like that, just cut it out. I usually cut inside the circle so that there's a little bit of wood showing through, because then my paint color shows through, and I've got something to distress. So all we did was use the gunk again to attach this. The fun thing is that you can use our dark glaze over the paper. So after I attached it, I felt like that needed some glaze, so I put some dark glaze on it. And there's a tutorial on YouTube showing you how to do that. And then after we gunked it down, hand me my handle there, please. All we did was find some handles. These came from Home Depot. All we did was find some handles and screwed them in, and you got a really cool kind of tray. And you can do it obviously for any season. These are Halloweeny, but they can be whatever you want them to be. So we've got one more project to show you. There's that one. The last one is you can paint glass. So this is just like one of those vases I got at a thrift store for $1. And you can imagine what it looked like before we painted it, but we used our Midnight and the poppy color. We painted it, and when it dried, we actually came back in with a sander so that you can sand it and see. If you paint the inside, which is what we did on this one, when you distress, it's glass, so you'll see the black through. So whatever color you have on the inside, you can distress here. You can see little bits of it through here, and look at my fabulous nails. Little bits of it through here, and then up through here. So it just made a really cute little, you can throw candy in that for Halloween or whatever. Then these are the little glass jars you can get at Target in their dollar spot. They actually were, I believe, $1. Can you hand me that one? Let me check. It's either one. Yeah, they actually were $1. So sometimes their dollar spot is $3 or $5 in their dollar spot. So we just did the gunk on this the same way we did it on the canvases. And when you're done, it frosts the glass, which is really kind of cool. So all we did with that one is we're going to do it here and do a little spider on this one, and then you can fill it with fun stuff for Halloween. But the only thing you'll want to do different on this one is get all sides of it. So we've got the gunk there, and get his little legs. Three on the other side. Okay, little spider head, and sorry, I'm trying to go fast so people aren't bored watching the video. Just want to make sure you get it over the top of it, because that's what seals it down, just like on the canvas.
Miss Anderson wants to know what kind of gunk you use.
We use our gunk. It's called Rethunk Gunk, and it's in our product line. And ooh, Katie, you're so good. And you can buy it at a retailer near you. There's a store locator on the website, or if you're local, we're in Woodstock Market. Well, we're in a bunch of places local, but us personally, Katie and I are in Woodstock Market. Okay, eyeball. And I already glued the teeny tiny little part of his eyeball on earlier. So there you go. The gunk is way easy to use. Mod Podge at this point in my life overwhelms me because they have so many choices. It's a fabulous product. I would never say anything bad about it, but Obviously, we're probably a little prejudiced towards ours, and it just is really easy to use. Dries really quickly, okay? So then all you're going to do is make sure you have the rest of the jar covered with the gunk so that it frosts the glass real pretty. And then when it dries, it's absolutely, I'm just going around the rest of the glass. It's absolutely awesome. And only takes one coat. That's all we did on anything was one coat. And you know, you can see by the, I'll hold it up again, the other one, that the brush strokes really don't matter. They just kind of go away when it dries. But there's our little jar with the spider. And we've got the patterns. Not that I can draw well at all, but I do have people that say, well, I would do that, but I can't draw a bat. So we did post the patterns on Facebook. All you gotta do is print them out. And so like you'll just print them out, stick them on whatever your paper is, trace them, and cut them out, and then you are ready to start whatever your project is you're working on. And like there's one of our bat wings. So it's just that easy to start, and the gunk makes it really easy to go on there, and some cute paint colors, and you've got a fabulous Rethunk Halloween. So happy Halloween! Thank you!